Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for the end of September, right through to the end of October 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam. Okay, let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first, followed by a Celtic cross, and that will tell me who is coming your way and when. Also, just to make you aware, I am scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading, and already they're showing me an image of a very unique wallpaper. Okay, I mean, it looks like wallpaper. It could even be a drawing that's on the wall, but it looks like someone has drawn a bookshelf on the wall. It's definitely not a real bookshelf. It looks like a drawing, and they are very ornate books. There's also a person with a monocle, and there are letters of the alphabet as well as some clocks. I see J, A, C, and M. So it's not spelling anything per se, but it's, yeah, it's very unique. It's a sort of wallpaper that you would see perhaps at a very cool, chic coffee store. Okay, so I mean, it may mean nothing right now in this moment, but you may meet someone at a place that has that sort of wallpaper, or perhaps you're currently looking at wallpaper like that. It looks very fun. It's almost like it looks sepia, with little splashes of color in it. So I'm just going to leave it like that because I'm not really sure how else to decode it. So maybe this person that you're about to meet is an interior designer or is very creative, does some sort of design for establishments, or maybe you do. So yeah, I'm going to leave it like that because I'm not sure how else to decode it. So I'm just going to move on from that image. Your first card is the Whip. Now, that indicates that some of you are really busy at the moment. I feel like you've got a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and it's not that you're not wanting love, it's that you're not really focused on it at this time. It can mean that you're keeping love at arm's length, especially since you've got the 4 of Pentacles. Some of you have been a bit of a homebody recently. You may have things on your plate where you're doing a lot of multitasking and you feel exhausted at the end of the day, and you're like, you know what, I don't have time, I don't have space for love, but I feel like you are trying to be a little bit more focused to create space, okay? Now, the Whip can also indicate that, you know, there's a repetition playing out in your life right now. So you may have noticed that either you're meeting the same sort of circumstances or the same sort of people, and it's going the same sort of way. I feel like some of you have been learning a very difficult lesson in healthier boundaries to, you know, put your own needs first and not be an overgiver all the time, to, you know, open yourself up to a reciprocal relationship. Easier said than done, I know. But I feel like, I mean, it's number 11, which is the soulmate path. So I do feel that you're opening yourself to align with a love, especially since your outcome energy is the ship, which represents 2 people taking the journey together, moving in the same direction, because you can fall in love with a person and they can love you back equally. But if you're not on the same page to head in the same direction, then it's not a match, because, you know, eventually you'll want different things and perhaps you'll start to drift apart. But what I see here is a new person coming in your way. There's a new beginning here for you, especially since you've got the Child card, which in the Lenormand deck represents new beginnings, taking a leap of faith and putting yourself in a new situation. So I see you meeting someone who wants the same things as you in life, someone who's open, someone who is emotionally available, and someone who, wants a long-term relationship, someone who will change your life when it comes to love and make you believe in love again is what I see here. I actually see this whip as you clearing space. So some of you may be getting like closure on past situations and, really like taking care of business so that you can open yourself up to love. I'm going to pull a quick card on this whip because this is a card really at, trying to get organized, but at the same time you feel whilst you are ready for love, it's like it's not the right time. So I just want to pull a quick card on that because, some of you are focused on your finances, building a life of security for yourself. You may be focused on projects or career if you're in the career environment. Some of you may be focused on like real estate or just buying a property or just securing a home right now and keeping, your finances going in the right direction. I definitely see that you're looking for a secure relationship long term, but it's about the timing for you is what I see here. Okay, so just let me pull a card on that whip. Three of Wands. You're in no rush to put yourself in a situation to meet somebody. It would be nice. You don't need anybody, but I get a sense here that you are paying attention to a lot of other things right now, and you are patiently waiting for love. But at the same time, the Three of Wands is to take care of business. It's to enterprise. It can also indicate that some of you feel that you've had to be strict with yourself to focus on projects, and you haven't been going out as much as usual to have fun. You may feel that you need to bring a little bit more spontaneity or fun into your world. Some of you may be even like being strict and saving your finances right now because you've got a vacation coming up or you've got an event coming up and you just feel it's not the right time to get out there and put yourself in scenarios to meet new love. However, love is going to find you. So hell or high water, love is going to find you, whether you are looking or not, is what I see here, okay? And now, I do see some of you being out in a social setting, but that's not the main energy I'm getting, so I will go forward towards a Celtic cross in a moment. We have the Child. It's in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse. Now, this can indicate that you're putting off a new beginning, or you're not really putting yourself out there. You're not taking a leap of faith, or you may have lost hope. You may have felt really tested in love, felt very confused. And I feel, when you've got the Child in the resistance position, it kind of means you're feeling really fed up. I feel you've had a lot of experience. You may have been let down, and, you're an old soul. So I do get a sense that you're not impressed by much at the moment. You may be feeling exhausted. You just don't have the energy, and you're trying to focus on other things. And you may have noticed that you are attracting very immature people in your life right now because you've been learning lessons about stability, about, recognizing that you are a gift, that you have a lot to offer in love, and that you are lovable. And it has taken you a long time to discover that about yourself. And some of you may have even felt, especially over the last couple of years, that you've disconnected from a part of yourself, that fun part of yourself. Recently, things may have got a little bit serious, especially with the whip. That's a very serious energy. It's your protagonist energy. And I feel like you're trying to nurture that inner child and get back to that sprightly being that you are and rediscover that lust for life. Now, also, someone said something like a couple of weeks ago, and it really stuck with me. And, it just stuck with me for me. It was a lesson that I thought was quite interesting. And I'm seeing it here right now in the energy of your reading, which is you're not looking for someone to grow old with. You're looking for someone that you can be a little kid with, someone that you can really open yourself up to that playful spirit that you have in you. Now, of course, you want to walk the journey of life and love with a person and grow to old age with that person, retire with that person, but still you don't want someone who is bogged down by their baggage. You want someone who, brings out that playfulness in you, but at the same time you want to be able to bring out that playfulness in another person. And you may have felt that you've been experiencing people who have felt very jaded, very bitter about life, or people who have come to you for fixing in some way, because I feel like you're a natural born healer. And I feel that deep down, you know that you are trying to attract someone who you can have fun with, someone who is your companion, but also someone who wants to go on adventures, someone who wants to see the world, someone who wants new experiences and, have that lust for life. Variety is the spice of life. And I really get a sense that you're looking for someone who's on the same vibe as you, and you're unique. So I feel it's been quite difficult for you to find that person who brings that spark. Okay. Now we do have the outcome energy. Wow. As soon as I pick up this card, they're giving me a sentence in the water for you. Okay, now each of the singles love readings, I've been given a very unique sentence. I've looked up these sentences online and I cannot find them anywhere. They're not in a poem, they're not in a prose or text. I can't find them. So they must be very unique, or they're perhaps not listed on the internet. I'm not really sure, but the internet is very vast. So, but they're giving me a sentence for you as well. It's written in very old italic writing, and the language they're using, my guides, to give you this sentence or these sentences, it's very like archaic. It's very old, okay? So I'm going to give you what they're giving me right now. Let me see if I can read it, because it's coming in and out for you. Jewel by nature, jewel by name, that look in their eyes, they feel the same. Wow. Okay. So that is quite a wonderful sentence. And actually that one does rhyme. Some of them don't rhyme, but this one rhymes. So I'm going to look it up online as well, just to see if it's part of a text of anything perhaps that you need to pay close attention to. I mean, thank you so much. I'm sure grateful. My guide just said, jewel by nature, jewel by name, get it, get it, get it. And I guess they're trying to hint that, you are Gemini and the beginning of your sign is a gem. So, and they're saying jewel as in Jewel. So they're indicating that you are a jewel and you're about to meet someone who is equally a jewel. It's like, okay, thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. They're giving me that you are a rare find and you deserve someone who is equally so. Okay, this is what my guides are giving me. And this is your outcome energy, which indicates that you're about to meet someone who is going to take that journey of life and love with you. Now, for some of you, you could be relocating, especially since you have the home space. Some of you may be thinking about relocating, or you're moving or changing something in your world. Some of you may even be going on a vacation, because this card can represent travel or long distance. So I'm just going to pull a card on this. Some of you may even meet this person on the internet, because you're actually in the home space as your starting position, and the ship represents long distance. So it could mean some sort of internet connection that will turn into something physical and solid and in, real time. So let me just see what's going on there for you. Two of Swords. Okay. Three of Pentacles and the Moon. So, I mean, I feel here in this energy that some of you with the Three of Pentacles, you may actually meet this person in a group setting. Now, this could be at work, doesn't have to be, but it could be in a group setting where you go out with friends, because I get a sense with the Moon card and the Two of Swords, either this person that you're about to meet lives at a distance from you, or they're about to go traveling, or you are. There's a hesitancy at first when you meet this person. The Two of Swords is like you're not sure. I feel like you are opening yourself up to uncharted territory, and the Moon card is like this energy of uncertainty, trusting your intuition, but also we have the Moon card, which has the dog and the wolf. Okay, now the dog and the wolf is the battle of independence versus domesticity. Okay, and you are a sign of duality. So right now, especially since you've got the whip and you've got the Four of Pentacles, and I see with the Three of Wands, you're not really in a rush to get into a relationship. Some of you may be like, you know what, I'm enjoying my independence. This person comes along. Is it the right time? Is it the right person? You may feel a little bit hesitant at first, but I definitely see that this is something that's going to be serious and long-term. So it may be a very organic, slow process into a relationship, but at first I see that you are, it's like there's a pause or a break between, being with this person. So it could be that this person is either traveling or going away, or, you know, you both really have a lot of chemistry, and then there's just a little bit of a break or a pause, and then it picks up again. I'm not really sure. I'll have to do the Celtic cross to see what's going on there. But I see that you meet this person, and then there is like a little bit of hesitancy. Okay, so let me just get the rest of your cards. Your starting position is the Four of Pentacles. So you're securing your life. You are taking ownership that perhaps some of you have been feeling a little bit, you know, complacent, that you haven't got yourself out there. You've been a bit of a homebody, and that I feel sometimes we build a very busy lifestyle, and it's full of things that we have to do. And at the end of the day, we're exhausted. And the last thing you want to do is then start to look for love. So it can feel a little bit overwhelming that time is passing by. But for your energy, I feel that you're just not in a rush. Okay, I feel like you're taking your time to wait for the one, and that's really good. You're being picky. But with the Eight of Swords and the Moon card, some of you, I feel, are feeling just a little bit stuck in a rut. So some of you may be wondering, how do you get yourself out there to meet new people? With the Three of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, it tells me that you're going to meet somebody in a communal connection. I mean, it could be in a group of people, it could be an event. This is actually showing up. This energy is actually showing up for a lot of signs. So, I mean, we do have, at the end of October, we have Halloween. Now, you may not celebrate Halloween, but it may be a time where there's lots of events or parties that come up. So maybe that's what I'm picking up on. With your Four of Wands, there's your invitation. There's your going out having fun card. Being in the company of like-minded people, your friends, going out, letting your hair down, enjoying yourself. And we've got the Fool card, which connects to the child there. That's a very similar card of taking a leap of faith, opening yourself up to a new adventure. King of Cups, King of Swords. Okay, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy. But Gemini, you are a King of Swords. Okay, so I'm just going to go one more. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Really interesting. I feel like you have a choice. And as I said, I feel like there's a bit of a pause. It's like you enjoy your independence. You're not in a rush to get into this relationship with this person, but I do feel that this person will pursue you. I feel like there is a pause, but it's not done. It's not over. It's, yeah, Six of Cups, you'll return to each other. Okay, so that's what I'm definitely feeling here. There is love on offer. The King of Cups represents the highest love that love has to offer. And the King of Swords there is, of course, you thinking about whether you want love or not, because there is a Nine of Pentacles there. But I definitely see a relationship coming in for you. Okay, one that can lead to a high level commitment. But let's get straight to the start. Now, your starting card is the Four of Pentacles. And as you see that card, that person is wonderfully secure, but they're locking themselves away. So I feel, you know, the indication here is, you know, is it time to come out of a comfort zone? I feel, yes, you have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders, but unless you're on the internet, it's going to be very difficult for the universe to orchestrate a meeting between you and new love. So I feel like you're coming out of a comfort zone, especially since we've got the Page of Wands as your below position, which is to be adventurous. It is to step outside your usual parameters and experience new events, new people. It is to be bold and daring. And with the Nine of Cups as your crossing position, I really feel right now you just haven't found who you're searching for. And, you know, you are wishing for love to come along. I feel right now you're fulfilling your own life by focusing on your own needs and your own projects and trying to build a life where you, you know, have the good life, have a prosperous life. And I feel like a wish will be delivered for you. But the Six of Wands as your opposing card, as your potential, it tells me it's time to get out and be seen. Okay, I know that sounds really harsh and it's easier said than done, but with the Page of Wands there, it tells me that you are going to do something creative. It could be a new project, it could be an opportunity for you to connect to a new hobby, or some of you may even want to learn about something new and put yourself in a position to have new experiences, maybe even travel with the Page of Wands. And I feel by association, you meet this new person. I do see that you're in a group setting when you meet this person. Okay, so it could be an event, it could be a wedding, it could be, a party, it could be a reunion even, because we've got the Four of Wands there. So some of you may have like a college reunion that you're invited to, or perhaps even you used to work with people. They may have some sort of reunion party. I definitely get a sense that you may be invited to something that you're going to have a lot of fun at. And there's going to be someone who captures your attention. You're going to be very curious about this person, and you're not going to be able to get this person out of your mind. This person feels the same. Okay, this person feels exactly the same. And that sentence that came up earlier, the look in their eyes, they feel the same. That's really connecting to this. I mean, it's so interesting that you got this card. Hang on a minute, did I mention? I did. I mentioned right at the beginning, they were showing me an image of a person with a not a magnifying glass, a monocle. Now, it's not a monocle, it's a magnifying glass. But I saw someone with like, a glass around the eye. So, I mean, this may be relevant in some way because it's very similar. It's not exactly the same, but that's an image that I saw in the water at first. So the Page of Wands is really to be bold, be daring, and come out of your comfort zone. A lot of you are focused on finding your purpose right now, and I feel that's an important path to be on, because when you're on that path, that's when you start to align yourself with your heart's desire, and the universe starts to orchestrate things behind the scenes to bring you what you desire, and everything starts to slot into place. And some of you, if you're in the career environment, you may be very ambitious at this time. You've got a goal that you want to hit as a target, and you will reach that target. But also, I feel it will put you on the path to meeting this new person as well. So I feel they're not completely intertwined. I feel it's like a timeline of you doing well and then you meeting this new person, okay? And if you're not in the career environment, you're retired, or perhaps you're in between jobs right now, I definitely see that you're doing something for you that you enjoy, that you're passionate about, whether it's going out with friends or, going to an event or a hobby or taking a class on something that makes you really passionate. I see that you're putting yourself in a position to meet this new person, and they are very mature. Doesn't mean they're older than you, but I feel like they are spiritually evolved and they are emotionally available to want to offer love and be vulnerable and open with you. I feel this is a person that you can trust, okay? We do have the Moon card. It's in the Resistance position, and that is a very cautious card. So again, the Moon card is showing up for you, which is really about, do you want to be in a relationship long term, or do you want to continue enjoying your single life and be wonderfully independent? With the right person, you can have both. With the right person, you can be wonderfully independent and still be in a couple. You can compromise and feel like both of you are embracing all that life has to offer, and you're being adventurous and going off and exploring the world, which is what I see you doing with this person, okay? But the Moon, it can represent an element of cautiousness, especially since the fox is there. Some of you may have experienced, a betrayal in the past, or you may have even been in a relationship that perhaps left you feeling very confused, and it really tested your faith. And I get a sense here that you're very frustrated. I feel some of you, you're trusting your intuition, you're trying to develop your spiritual gifts as well, but the Moon actually represents the universe orchestrating something behind the scenes that is going to surprise you, okay? It means things are not as they seem right now. You can't see a relationship entering your life, but the universe knows what they have lined up for you. So I definitely see the outcome energy is that you're going to either reunite. I mean, I feel like you have the potential to reunite with someone from your past as well, but we will go into that. But for those who do not want to reunite with somebody from their past, I get a sense that the universe is aligning you with a new start. And although you can't see that happening right now, I feel it takes one bold move to do something differently in your life, no matter how small, and it will break you out of this feeling of being stuck, okay? Your potential is the Six of Wands, to be truly seen, to take the initiative, to put yourself in a circumstance and reach your goal. of finding love, okay? Even though I feel it's not truly your focus right now, I feel it will be a very sweet, rewarding relationship. The Six of Wands indicates that some of you, really may be traveling, because it is a travel card. It is a transformational card, which indicates that you are influencing your circumstances and you'll meet someone who is very enlightened, but you need to step out of the shadows. You need to move out of your house. Into an event. And I don't mean move out of your house as in, you need to relocate. I mean, you need to leave the house in order to go to events or do something different. And I know that's easier said than done. Money is tight, or some of you are feeling a little bit shy, especially with the Moon card and the Whip. This can indicate that some of you, although you're a Gemini and you're a really good communicator, it can indicate that sometimes when you meet a person that you're highly attracted to, you feel a little bit insular, or you somehow your personality goes a little bit smaller because you're feeling like, oh, what do I say to that person? But the right person is going to feel really easy to talk to. And I feel that this person, it's a meeting of minds. You're meeting someone who is incredibly intelligent, just like you, someone who is very open-hearted, someone who's honest, someone who's very supportive, and they're loyal, they're true blue, and they're a very deep thinker, and they also feel very deeply as well. Now, the near future, we've got the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords is a card of feeling stuck, or not seeing things as they truly are. You're going through a period of growth and healing, and I feel this is a card of facing up to the fact that you need to liberate yourself out of feeling stuck. This figure is in a cage, and the cage is wide open, so you can take the opportunity to move in any direction you choose. But for some of you, you can't see that option right now. So I feel it's important to check in with your intuition. You will know when the time is right to change your circumstances or book yourself on that course, because the Eight of Swords can also indicate that there are limitations, and those limitations may be that you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders right now and you just don't have the time. For some of you, it can be, it's difficult. It is difficult to meet someone new, and you may feel a little bit anxious about putting yourself out there. But again, I feel like you're doing something for you, which actually takes the pressure off. So whether it is you're going to see friends and you're just going out to have fun, or whether you're going to put yourself in a class of learning, you're doing something for you. And it's almost like by association, you're going to meet somebody by accident. It's going to surprise you, okay? I don't feel like you are actively searching when you meet this person. Now, your advice to yourself in this moment is the Four of Wands. So that is to find a little bit more spontaneity in your world, go out and have fun, let your hair down. The Four of Wands also is a card of for some of you, not all of you, it's for traveling home. So some of you may have booked some travel to go and see some friends or family, or you may be invited to some sort of celebration. I'm getting a main energy of an invitation to either like a birthday or an event, a party or a wedding. I get an energy where people that you know are coming together, and I feel they may bring friends of friends. Okay, because I'm seeing like a friend of a friend energy coming through as well. There may even be the opportunity for a person to try and set you up, but I'm not sure how you feel about that. So I'm just going to pull a quick card on that energy. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Yeah, Three of Swords. Okay, now the Three of Swords can indicate that you're feeling that things are difficult. You may even feel that not only is it a struggle, but there's like scarcity. There's nobody about that's really sparking your attention. I mean, let me pull one more card on that Three of Swords for you. The Moon. Now, some of you may have gone through a heartbreak and you're not over that yet. You're trying to heal, and you're just feeling like it's not the right time to get out there. You're waiting until you feel you're back to best and you're interested in getting out there to find love. And when you're ready, then the universe is also ready. So take the time that you need. And some of you, you may have been very strict with yourself. You may have gone through a procedure, or you have been a little bit under the weather. You haven't been feeling well, or you've got some sort of surgery coming up. I mean, I don't see it happening here. I feel like it's something that you've already had and you're healing from it. And I feel it's important to take the time you need to get back to best. So don't feel the pressure of like time is passing by. When the moment is right, you're going to meet the one, okay? We've got the Chariot card, yeah, movement forward. We've got the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords is like again, it's a card of independence. Now, some people read the Seven of Swords as like betrayal, okay? And I mean, this can indicate that some of you have gone through a betrayal, or you were with someone who ghosted you and you've been feeling really uncertain, or you may even feel yourself that you're just not ready for love. Okay, but the history of the Seven of Swords is really about finding an alternative method to a very delicate situation. Okay, as you can see, this figure is taking 5 swords and leaving 2 behind. This figure is actually taking the swords away from the army because he does not want to fight. So he's trying to find an alternative way to find a solution. So, I mean, for some of you, I feel like if someone is trying to set you up, because I feel there's one of your friends who they can't believe that you're single. So they're trying to set you up with somebody. That's the energy that I've got coming through. But with the Seven of Swords, it's telling me that diplomatically, you're going to try and let this person down, or you're going to try and tell your friend diplomatically that you're not interested in this person. Okay, there's no spark. So that's what I see there. With the Chariot card, I feel like you're going to move on. I feel like you're taking charge of your own destiny. And for some of you, you're literally relocating, okay, or traveling. And when you first meet this person, again, even with these cards, it's telling me that there is a pause. And I don't feel like you're running away from this person. I feel like you're a little bit hesitant at first because I feel like you've got so many things going on in your life. You're like, do I have space for this? But love, it wins. I do feel that you return to this person when it's a little bit more convenient. I mean, love shows up when it's least convenient. We can never, time love. So sometimes people are desperate to fall in love and they never fall in love. It's really important to recognize that love tends to find you when you're not looking. So, we do have the Fool card. This is your external circumstances. So that is to be bold, be daring, have a new start in life, and open yourself up to a new path or a new adventure. This is the leap of faith. This is you taking a chance on love again. And I feel with the Fool card, there's a lot of potential here for you to meet someone new who brings out that fun side of you. But also, I feel this is your call to be more spontaneous, to be, more like going out there having fun, embracing what life has to offer, even in the smallest of things. Fun doesn't have to cost money. It doesn't have to cost, like hundreds of dollars to go to the theater, or, hundreds of dollars to go to, a vacation. So I feel like you are trying to find things that you enjoy that really sparks your curiosity. And in so doing, I feel like you meet someone who you take a new journey with. Let's put it that way. How would you like to receive? Now, we do have, let me see. We have your King of Cups next, okay, which is the hope and a fear. So you're hoping for, the highest love of all. I definitely see that you're going to attract someone who is loving, kind. I see you're meeting this person. This person, they've got very strong Scorpio and Gemini in their chart. They've also got some Earth, so some Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus energy is what I see here. Also very strong Sagittarian energy coming through as well. This person, they will try to sweep you off your feet. This person's very intuitive. There's a bond with you and this new person straight away. Okay, the King of Cups tends to represent the King of Love, or someone who is mature enough to be comfortable with their feelings and open to the depth of their feeling. They don't shy away or avoid their feelings. So I definitely see there's someone who is ready for love coming in. The fear, of course, is someone who is emotionally manipulative, or someone who leads you down the garden path and has no intention of loving you. But I don't see that happening here at all. Okay, we do have the King of Swords, which is your energy. King of Swords is Gemini. Okay, so as you can see, again, there's something about the eye. Someone is going to pique your interest. You're going to be very curious about this person, and they are going to be very curious about you. Now, Page of Wands represents new energy. Pages are new people who come into your life. And I feel like you're going to be messaging someone new, someone who is very passionate, a little bit younger than you, but don't let that put you off. This person, I feel like they're exciting to be with. They are free-spirited, but they also want to settle down. So this person is serious about love, and I feel like they're a very passionate, creative person. And I feel when you meet this person, after you walk away from this person, you can't stop thinking about them, and vice versa, okay? And it's no accident that they gave me that sentence about the eyes. And these two cards, there's something in the eyes. They're highlighting the eyes. This person's eyes give away how they feel. Now, first, what they're showing me is their eyes, they can't look at you at first. They feel a little bit shy, okay? But they're very confident in their approach. Don't get me wrong, they're strong enough to walk by your side, and they're strong enough to know what they want. But I feel at first they're really like, oh my gosh, they can't stop. They look at you, and then you catch them looking at you, and then they look away. There's something about that happening, okay? And then I feel like this person will ask for your details before you leave the event. They'll ask for your number, okay? And either you or they are going on a vacation, or there's some sort of separation bit where both of you, like there's a pause, and then you reunite. We do have the Nine of Pentacles, which is really about your independence. It is about enjoying your singledom. But I still feel that this person, this new person that's coming in, is on your mind. But the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you'll continue focusing on your projects, on your wealth, and I feel like you're very attractive. The Six of Cups tells me that you will reunite with this person, that there is a gift of a person being sent to you, and this is not the last that you'll hear from this person, okay? Now, I want to pull a card because the Six of Cups and the Four of Wands, they are both reunion cards. So it could be people you haven't seen for a while, but I just want to pull a card on that. There's no one in your past position as a figure, so some of you may not be wanting to. Okay, Five of Swords, the Strength card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Ooh, okay, that one popped right out. We got the Three of... Okay, so it is connected to the Moon card. Even though there's not a person being represented here, there is someone who perhaps, you know, pushed your buttons, made you feel very cautious about love, someone who really hurt you, someone who you've had to be strong and walk away from. So I definitely see that a lot of you are healing, whoever this reading is for, because it's not going to resonate for everyone, but I definitely see that you're healing from something and you've had to be strong. And I feel like you're overcoming the struggles. And I feel, you know, you are someone who has had the courage to walk away from something that perhaps was very damaging, very toxic. And I feel it's left you feeling that you're good all by yourself, that love has caused you a lot of drama, a lot of pain, and that's why perhaps there's an inner battle between domesticity, settling down, and independence. But I feel with the new person, you can have it all, okay? But there's just a hesitancy. I mean, even at this reunion, there is the potential, if it's a very close community, there is a potential for you to bump into an ex. And this may make you feel very anxious is what I see. But I would say don't let that put you off going to this event, because I see that you actually meet someone new there, okay? So, and it's not the sort of like revenge that you go to this event, you see your ex and you know, meet someone new. I don't see that at all. I feel the last thing on your mind is meeting someone new, but there is destiny. You're meant to meet this new person. Okay, you're meant to meet this new person that's coming in. It's a page, so this person is a little bit younger, as I said, but they make the effort to get to know you straight away. They offer you their details. They want to find out yours. We got the Wheel of Fortune. You're destined to meet someone new at this event. Okay, so stay strong with that Strength card. It's definitely, you will not lose touch with this new person that comes in. I see you having a long-term relationship. Let me just see a little bit more. I just want to take a quick peek. Can you show me this long-term relationship? Or can you show me something about the journey to get to this long-term relationship? Now, the Five of Pentacles, it really indicates that there's scarcity, that you've been in a period of struggling. The Queen of Cups, yeah, I mean, basically, the Five of Pentacles is really to feel left out in the cold. Now, that could be from a previous experience. And for some of you, it could also be that you've been unwell, or you know, you've had some sort of loss that has left you feeling that you need to heal. And we've got the Queen of Cups, which is a card of self-care. It's a card of building healthier boundaries, becoming emotionally secure after a period of difficulty, and you're healing yourself. But it's also an indication that you're going to feel ready to fall in love. And when you do, this person, this King of Cups energy, as I said, you know, we have the King of Cups and the King of Swords. And from the energy of the reading, I'm very much picking up that this is your person. And that's why I kept talking about this person as being the one, and not this, even though you're a Gemini, I felt more that this is your energy, not a new person's energy, okay? And the fact that they've given me the Queen of Cups, it tells me that the energy I was feeling was right on, because this is your match. This is your soulmate coming in, and you're attracting this person. But I do feel there's something either about an ex or you healing first before you meet this person. And that's probably why I'm picking up this energy that you're not really in a rush to get into a relationship. But when you do, it's for keeps. Okay, now I'm just going to pull some final cards before I close your reading. This deck is not really about love at all. It's the space in between, things that perhaps you need to be focusing on, or that you have been focusing on before new love comes in. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Okay, movement, speed. So again, some of you are traveling or you're relocating. I mean, there's this energy of you having a very busy lifestyle, that you're always on the go, and you need to create space for love. And when you're ready to do that, you will. Okay, it's number 42. When you reduce it, 4 plus 2 is 6, the number of the Lovers card, which of course is a Gemini energy, but it's a card of duality and choice. And I feel the choices that you're making right now are to focus on your projects, and the time will be right when you decide to focus a little bit more on love and bring love into your life. I feel like it's gravitating towards you naturally anyway. Let me just pull some energy from this and see what I've got coming in. Yeah, you're savoring the experiences in your life, and be mindful that the speed in which you do things, like eating or working, you know, you need to slow down your pace a little bit, is what they're showing me. Okay, and of course, to understand that things don't happen on our time, they happen in divine timing. But there's something about when you meet this new person, there's a pause or a break. Whether you or this person is going on a vacation or a business trip, don't let it put you off. This person isn't like going, okay, I'm on a business trip, bye, you're never going to see me again. This person genuinely is being honest that they have something booked, or you have something booked, because I can't tell the energy right now. I'll always be honest and say the energy is a little bit muddied. I can't quite tell whether it's you or them. There's a little bit of a separation period, and then you come back together, okay? And then I see it being a long-term relationship. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Thank you so much. Spirit guides, guardian angels, can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Okay. We have, isn't that wonderful? You've got the fairy godmother, which grants a wish. And you've got the 9 of Cups, which is your wish being granted. So I do see that a love wish is coming towards you, but there's a lot of variables and factors involved before you meet this person. Listen to your heart when it comes to an invitation. If you feel like you don't really want to go to it, then of course don't go to it. But I feel there's an energy that will pull you towards going. You'll be magnetized to wanting to go, because the universe and your guides are giving you a little bit of a nudge to go to this event, and there you will meet this new person. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. It's very complex, so I hope I made it as clear and concise as I possibly could. And if something resonates, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini, and love and light.